Hello and welcome everybody to Spill Your Guts Wednesday. We're renaming it. I've been waiting all day to say that. All because yesterday we couldn't even post the recording. Had to put it into the shredder. I don't know. And I'm not going live with this. I'm gonna keep myself safe, sane, secure. We'll add it to it after if we deem that it is fit. Okay. So we're going to call these Spill Your Guts Wednesday. We do this every Tuesday and Wednesday at 12 noon Eastern time. If you missed yesterday, it was a wonderful fit the theme perfectly. So there is no recording. If you're here today, well, you kind of know how it goes. I'm going to tell you a few things that are happening in and around Nowsite. Some of you are going to try to poke the bear and ask me questions that I shouldn't answer, but I do it live anyway. And you can ask whatever you'd like, okay? You know, anything that you want to about Nowsite. And I'm happy to answer all of your questions, okay? Great. Awesome. All right, let me tell you a bit about what is happening. So it's a big travel day for us tomorrow. So we probably won't have our typical, you know, Thursday kind of overview of things that are happening. So you can ask it here. I don't know. Keisha, what this is. This is something. But you can kind of ask here and I'll tell you guys all of the updates, right? On Saturday, right? Saturday, June 1st. Yes, Kevin, thank you. Appreciate you. Needed the head nod. On Saturday, June 1st at 12 p.m. PST, which is 3 p.m. Eastern time, but I'll be in Central time, so that's 2. Wrap your head around that one. Yeah. So we are going to have the training, recruiting, duplication. We're going to launch something brand new at that training on Saturday, June 1st. Okay. There is still time to earn some rewards and prizes. Okay. Still time to earn some rewards and prizes. You can find out all of the reward and prize information by going to gopro.now.site. I am going to share the link that we are having the thing on probably tomorrow. I'm just going to send out an email to everybody and let them know this is where the Saturday thing is held for Nowsite customers. So make sure that you look out for that link. Okay. I mean, I could probably just share it now with you guys, but I don't know. That probably goes on the Spill Your Guts Wednesday theme, but you guys get it. I don't know. Anywho, what's happening, Apex? Should I just give you guys the link now? I mean, there's like 20. If anybody shares it with, I'll know. I'll be like, yo, I know you shared it. But we do have a special link for Saturday. Oh my gosh, the dates are flying. So this is the time to ask any of your questions that you might have. See, I already recorded and then I know I shouldn't share the link. Now I'm saying I'm sharing it, but now I'm recording.
Stop recording and restart.
Yeah.
Recording stopped.
Kim? See.
I got you back.
Recording in progress.
All right, hello, welcome everybody to How To Wednesday. We do this every Tuesday, Wednesday at 12 noon Eastern time. Don't mind all the faces that you might be seeing right now with all the shock. It's all good. We love you guys. Welcome. We have babies today too. I love babies, love kids. Anywho, yeah. So what was it today? It's just called How To. Right? You got to be here live for the beginning of the other one. But how to Wednesday. We're going to give you all of the updates. Remember, there's still time to earn rewards and prizes. You can find out all the rewards and prize information by going to gopro.now.site. gopro.now.site. If you go there, you can see all the rewards and prizes. You can even see the event time and date with Eric Worre. It's June 1st at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, 12 p.m. Pacific, 2 Central. I'll be sending out that link probably tomorrow. You don't want to miss it. You got to be there live. Lots of stuff happening. So much preparation going into it. Something brand new is going to be revealed. You know how an Nowsite does, right? Like before, like there's kind of a huge announcement. It's always like boom, boom. Like, you know, the fireworks should go off at this event. So I am really looking forward to it. Doug, our past recordings are in the official corporate Nowsite group. Okay. All righty. Are we good? Great. Awesome. This is the time for you to ask any question that you'd like. Everybody's afraid because of yesterday. I'm just kidding.
Don't get me started.
I know. Blakester's like waiting his turn. He'll pull out all the stops. But anybody, questions how to do anything inside of Nowsite or any question that you have about Nowsite, open to it, just raise your hand or just come on out. I'll tell you a bit about how this starts because we have Rena that is coming up, does a fantastic job. If you like come to these, it always starts the same way. I start it. I say, does anybody have any questions? We all do a little, do I? One person asks a question. And then we're stuck at the end for time and everybody's raising and raising and raising the hand. And they're like, oh my gosh, but Cheryl, can you take one more question? Cheryl. And I'm always like, so it's good to, if you have the question, make sure that you ask it first, just like my friend Rena. What is up? What's happening?
Hey. So actually it's kind of a food for thought. So I do online vendor events and someone made the comment, they're like, hey, on our star system, is it automated? Automated in the fact of they either do one of these things, whichever one, and then it prompts them to go to the next star. And then it prompts them to go to the next star. So I was like, interesting. So I figured I'd just give it out there, food for thought, especially for, newer people learning to utilize the system instead of them having to go to 1, 2, 3, whatever way you want to start the process, right? But just for moving from one to the other.
I really love this because we think a lot about this like as well, right? In helping people along during the star system and making sure that people are getting the results that they want. Like Robert's saying, like, are you doing the flow? And there's been quite a bit of back and forth because I might post once, but I want to comment 30 times. And then I want to start 10 conversations. So if I have to post to be prompted to comment, and then from commenting is my next one, hey, start a conversation. And there are a few of us like that will start with step 2 before we even start with step 1. Right? Like I'm doing all of the commenting way before I post, right? But why is the flow post, then start, then comment, then start conversations? It's
because posting is less scary.
Yeah.
So it's 1, 2, 3 because it's less scary, like the less scary to the most scary. But if we're looking at Al wants us to be social first and then do the things. So it's just depending on how we're doing it. But yeah, I totally get that.
And the struggle is real, right? Like, where do you want them to go? And I'll tell you, like, if I tell you all, how many people have attended Elizabeth's My AI training, right? If you haven't, right, Douglas here, Elizabeth Larson does a My AI training daily. It's at 11 a.m. Eastern time. It's right here. It's on the same link. And it's all about getting started and the steps to get started and the actions to get started and how you can leverage the software, right? To kind of get started. And really, it's helping people like that 1, 2, 3 is kind of like, you wouldn't believe how many people stay at step 1. Because it's the least scary, right? It's the least scary. It's like, I'm going to post.
Yeah, I did that for the longest.
Yep. I'm going to post. I'm out of here. Right. And it's just kind of, okay, part of it is like, nothing happened to me. It'll be okay. Kind of like Keisha, right? And I'm like, all right, like I made it this far. I'm gonna take a chance and start commenting. Or what I think is like wild, it's like, what do I need to comment for? Is a mindset of many, many people that you wouldn't believe. It is like stuck in the school of like, I'm not giving out to receive, I'm not commenting. This has nothing to do with my business. That's why I'm here. I'm stuck in this mindset. That's the only thing that I'm going to do. I'm not commenting. You're going to have to see my post. You're going to have to come to me and ask. And that, I'm not saying that it's the right thing. I'm just saying that that's the mindset of some people. So we got to start them where they're like, post. Just begin with posting. Please comment, and then, start conversations. What we're talking about is maybe prompts with like Justin or Eric, or somehow kind of weaving in like, if you want more results, comment. If like, start by commenting or comment more, or, what's the ratio to comments to posting, and so on. So, oh, Rena got me going. I was like talking and talking and talking. But I do like, there are so many ideas wrapped around this new person and the flow. And it's breaking that barrier of fear. If I tell the newest person, great, you posted, now comment. Now they comment, they're going to go, ah! A lot. Go ahead, Rena, though. I want to hear it.
So I've been doing something kind of crazy because I have so many people that are just absolutely terrified to come to a corporate thing. That like it's mind-boggling to me. I'm like, hey, here's the link, here's the trainings, here's the thing. And they truly are like, yeah, no. And they really want me to feed it to them, which is driving me bonkers. So I decided to make an easy way for myself to do that. And that's what I'm doing is I broke down things into like a 15-day system, and it gives them the things. And then I'm slowly, by day 12 or 13, I'm putting things in the order I think they should do things. And I'm finally getting those responses back from them saying, yes, this works for me. This is helpful. This, it takes them a while. And then when I'm saying, now go to the corporate training, go get these extra resources. Here are the links to all these things that I gave you in the beginning. And they're like, oh yeah, now they're apt to go do those things. But it just takes them so long because otherwise they won't touch it.
I know. And that's like, that's software too, right? Like, we tell people step 1 and step 2 and step 3, and you're doing everything that you can as a software company to like hold the hand of people to be like, just start. I wonder often, like, my mom is a great test case for me, like, to try to get better. My sister is also a great test case. for me to try to see like what happens in the software. I think it's so valuable to watch somebody new get started. I need I need more people in my life, or I'm not surrounded by people who are very hesitant though.
Mm.
Like like my mom might not understand it and she might not have any idea what's going on, but she will click a button until it is clicked all the way. Like there's not a single ounce of hesitation. She's like click, 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 click. Did I go? Did I post yet? Did I post? Did I post? Right.
Right.
And my sister, who same, right? Not like my sister doesn't even have Facebook. She's very not techie, but the challenge isn't in getting her to do it, like, or taking the next step or fear at all. It's always like, all right, did I do it? Can I move on? Like they're thinking of it like almost as if it's a video game and I got to get to the end. So, we've talked about gamification and helping people kind of get to the end, or what's in the mindset of someone that's like, I'm not doing that part. Is it, I don't think it's worth doing? Uh huh. Yeah. Online, Elizabeth, have you tried? I think what she's saying, Robert, is, Rena, you can speak for yourself, but like getting them even to go to the training.
They won't. They'll flat out tell me, "Oh no, I can't." And I'm like, "Okay, there's recordings." And I'll even give them the link to show them where the recordings are located. Like, and they truly won't go. And so I'm like, "Okay." So I started the process of, okay, so I don't know how many people I've followed up with, because MLM has taught us ages, you follow up, right? So I follow up and say, "Hey, how are things going?" And they're like, "Oh, I didn't even train it." They truly didn't even get that far. I'm like, okay, so I felt I needed to do something to allow them to even get to those next steps. And that's how I'm able to kind of retain and get their trust enough to where they're now able to go to those different things or find those recordings.
I'm with you.
And on sharing those videos?
I'm sorry.
I said, any chance on sharing those 12-day steps?
Sure, you can message me. I'm happy to share the thing. No worries.
Now, this is the question I want to ask. Holy cow, it's happening right in front of my eye. Why do you need 12 days of steps?
Actually, it's 15.
Why do you need 50? I'm really asking because I love you and I have got to know. For research.
Okay, so yep. So what I did is I broke it down
I love you.
by I broke it down by what are the things that are offered, right? So day one, because I was finding so many people hadn't even trained the AI, how'd the training go? And did you like your story, motto, personality analysis, right? To get that conversation flowing between us. And if they're like, "Oh, I didn't do it," then I know I need to prompt them on, right? Day two, I'm like, "Hey, did you get your first post up?" No. Then I have a link that they can go and see how to make their very first post. And I go through that. And so then the next day is, okay, did you use a caption and an image? And I take them through each of the different features. After they get through the different features, one thing a day, then I have them going to Eric AI. Did you go to Eric AI and ask any questions? Did you go to Justin AI or the chat AI and ask any questions? And so I'm trying to do those different things. And I have, like I said, they're baby steps. It's because I have probably 10 or 15 people that are like rock stars and they're rolling through it and they don't need me. But the rest of them are like, I don't know. I don't know. And they truly won't go to trainings. I've tried and tried and tried. So yes, I agree. It's a lot of hand holding. But it is truly a retention thing for me. So they're not just jumping out of it.
Love it. We do the same kind of version via email.
Yeah, I have the same.
Yep.
I have the same type of issues.
Go ahead. Sorry, Keisha.
No, I was saying I have the same type of issues.
Of what? What one?
The same type of folks where they won't go to a training, but they haven't trained their AI. I had a conversation just this morning. Have you trained your AI yet? No, I forgot because I was. No, we're not doing that. I need you to do. We're gonna have a meeting at 2:30 today. I need you to have your AI trained by then.
Yeah.
So it's like
There has
it's a
even
lot of hand holding.
like some chat talk discussion of like the very first thing that you do the moment that you sign up, it's like post on social media. Surprise me. Like even without the info of training your AI, then it's like,
It
would you
won't let
like
you.
better results? Train what was that?
It won't let you. And when you first sign up, until you do that initial training of the AI, it won't let you see anything.
Yeah, it doesn't let you see anything. So we've talked about like, should we just give people a surprise me, like very generic post, nothing, but then they won't do it. And then they'll say,
That's a nice cliffhanger.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking the same thing.
I was like, did my internet go on?
okay, sorry, where, what? Oh, and we're all going to say like the same thing. If I don't let the person or have the person right now do the training, guess when they'll do it? Never. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So it's like, do we shorten it? Do you add? There's so many things that like we're watching every single step of the way to try to get the person into immediate action or to take action. We have an entire email campaign that kind of does what Arena says, which is like, hello and welcome. Your social post is ready. Click the button to just post on social. And it goes right into like their account. Have you like done your thing? Have you whatever all the way through? I think it's like 14 days of kind of the same thing. So I'm with you. I know you can lead a horse to water. Um, I know. The only thing you do is make them more thirsty. I don't know what else. The other thing to consider is how connected are they to their vision, meaning can or do they see Nowsite as the tool to get them there? Right? Like, that's a good point, Robert. Do they see Nowsite like as the tool to help them get there? Like, I'm always intrigued at what prompted you to take the first step. Why did you come back? What made you kind of engage or whatever it is. And I think there's just a bunch of different personalities that you are just trying to appease. So it's one of those things. But Rena, I love like the 15-day. Have you
What
ever
about reverse psychology?
yeah, like I'll tell you something like about different personalities and you can tell me if you relate to this. Like I'll tell you like personally, and I probably shouldn't say, but I don't really like to go to a live training unless I personally have a question that I need to ask. And that has to do with my personality. And I more than like I have a lot of audio books. I took a speed reading class in college, so it was really important to me because I really like to go through things very quickly. Um, I will listen to you on 2.5 miles an hour. If you do not sound like a chipmunk, then I don't to it. Like if you are not Alvin and the Theodore, Alvin, Simon, or Theodore on this training, because I want you going like that fast. I don't know why. It's just a way that I prefer. Like I'm like go 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 go, and I
No.
will pause and rewind or look when I feel like I'm gonna catch something. But other than that, I'm listening to Alvin, Simon,
Mhm.
Theodore. I don't
Me
know
too.
what it is.
Me too.
Um, I took Evelyn Wood's speed reading course. If you, I didn't see you there, he just did. One of my favorite things I've ever done for myself is I took like 3 semesters of a speed reading class, and I like to read a lot, all kinds of books, like anything that you put in front of me, I'm reading it is my favorite thing to do, and I'm like, and it drives my children absolutely insane. Like, you're not reading? Are you comprehending? Anyway, I got them through law school. So, different personalities, as I believe Robert was kind of saying here, like trying to find it's like Robert wouldn't have to ask me why I'm doing it. I would be like, yeah, Robert, I'm in, I logged in, I signed up, I did it, I was at the trade, blah, 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 blah. But some people, right? I'm sure like once you get to know them and they get started, you're like, Jenny, are you going to do this today? And Jenny's like, I promise you I'll get to it. Did you get to it? And he's like, Jenny, why do you need to do this? Right? Or what's it all for? Robert kind of hit it there. So we have a couple more questions. So Apex.
Finally.
No, I made you wait because I love you so much.
Finally. I feel like you feel right now about Alvin and Chipmunk. See, wait. All right, so here's my 2-part question.
Yeah.
The star system, it has these numbers under it. And what exactly do those numbers mean?
You mean 1, 2, 3?
Nah. Okay, so it has a star, then it has numbers under the stars.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3. No? Am I
No,
crazy?
it's not
No,
1,
the
2, 3.
total of stars
He's
that
talking
is
about his
accumulating every time
accumulation.
he puts a post or a comment up. That's what he's asking.
This thing? What thing? This thing or this thing?
Right there.
It means you're winning, Apex. It means you're winning. Keep going.
It means you earn stars every time you use the star system.
Okay, so is there acknowledgement? Is there a prize? Is there another level once you get to a certain number, or does it just keep counting?
It's a guilt trip. You don't.
It continues to count for people who need that like self-recognition, and they're like, I got to 1,000. Like somebody posted in the group the other day, I got to 1,000 stars, and I'm like, that's great. It's just so that you can track your own progress and be proud.
Oh, okay.
It's points for good behavior.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right.
Life goals. Life goals.
Yeah.
So here's my second question. So
Shoot.
what is the very next thing that we're getting ready to release that you're most excited about?
Look, if I ever meet you in person, I am like gonna run and tackle you, and I don't care. I'm like, I like do the same thing with Michael Pendleton. Like every single picture I have with Michael Pendleton is me like having him in a headlock, me giving him like this. Like, okay. Anyway, it's a really great question.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, I think the thing that I'm most interested in right now, because it's so top of mind, because everything I think is very exciting, as we know. But I'm really interested in the launch for Saturday and what we're going to share on Saturday. And I think that it's understanding why behind what's so great about Saturday. And I really believe that what we're going to do is revolutionize the way that people are trained forever, especially in network marketing, and the way that we go about training or doing any kind of training. And that's because you can kind of see a change or a shift happening in the industry right now as far as training goes. It's like there's like an attitude of repetitiveness or staleness, or like things that are personal, or I can look that up myself, kind of a.
I mean, how many times can you tell a person write down everyone they know since kindergarten? Like, how many different ways can you spin that?
Yeah, and right, it's like there's this progression of things or mindset of things, but when you like when you can make it like interactive and everybody has a personal experience, right? Then it becomes something that's never been done before. It's almost as if you're in like this virtual reality of training and understanding, or kind of like taking in information, which I think is cool. So I can't say
Right.
very much. I don't know. I feel
I
like
went
that's
in, I
quite a
went in
bit.
meat and potatoes, but okay. I guess I'll take a side.
Yeah.
All
Well,
right, thanks.
I don't know. I feel like that's a lot of meat and potatoes, and not just a side. If you listen to, you kind of read between the lines of what I'm saying.
Yeah, I just wanted you to say it actually, but all right, thanks.
He wanted to put you on the spot because he likes to see you dance.
Yeah, yeah, I know, I know. That hence the tackle, right? Like we're all gonna witness it someday. I'm recording.
I got you back though. I got you back.
I'm gonna need a recorder.
What city you in, Apex?
I'm in DC.
Oh, so close
Okay.
to, like so close to me. It's like a car ride away. I'm be like,
Come on down.
does anyone know?
We could always do a convention here.
Hey, Apex. And seriously, how tall are you?
6'3".
I knew it.
Hit him in the hip.
I should have. I was gonna say. Like I knew it. Just I have no idea why. I just in my soul was like, I know that the only reason why I'm gonna be like trying to tackle this man is because I'm trying to be 5'2". I'm really trying.
Oh, that's so cute.
I have to hit you in a knee or something. I don't know. That's what Keisha was like. Get him in the hip.
Shoulder
Thanks.
to the hip. Gets him every time.
Yeah. All right. Good to know. I'm gonna have to plan a strategy. Anyway, hopefully that helps. But we'll kind of see more and see it in action on Saturday after, the Eric training. So I'm gonna back myself right out of that. And Apex, are we good? So I'm gonna move on to Keisha.
Very great.
Great, thank you. Keisha,
Apologize if you have my grandkids in the background. They're terrorizing me today.
they're
But
great.
on the digital business card,
Yeah.
right? Is it possible to add other socials? Like I have a Clapper account and a Clubhouse account and a bunch of other stuff that's not on there.
A what account was the first one?
Clapper,
Clapper?
Clapper,
Me
and Clubhouse.
too, Blakester. I was ready, like the only clapper I know of. I'm like, are we turning the lights out? Um, Anywho, but we need to add more. We need to add like TikTok. We need to be able
Even if you just add like blank slots that we can put
to,
in
yeah,
our own, you know what I'm
it
saying?
is on the like to do list. It's a lot like TikTok, Kim. I had no idea.
It is. Well,
I
Clubber
like
is a lot
Clubhouse.
like TikTok, but Clubhouse is I have to start to stay off of it because I could get lost for a whole day in Clubhouse, going from one chat room to another.
You lost in any form of social media, like
No, it's worse on Clapper. Clapper, it's bad because it's not like you're messaging back and forth. You're verbally conversating back and forth,
you're having like a
and it's a room full of people. So, and you have a room full of like-minded people. Conversations tend to go on and on and on. One person stops, the next one just picks up.
hi. Well, we're gonna work on like at least blank spaces. Okay. Just for you though, Keisha. That's it. Keep you posted. Cool.
Great.
Any other is the
Yes, one other question also on the digital business card. Is there any way to separate the subheading from the bio?
only with spacing, and I kind of like make it on like I'll put my image on one end, other like stuff on the other, like I'll even the bio separate from it, so I tear that thing
Yeah,
apart.
because like I wanted to have it like a header and a bio, but
Mm-hmm.
like a, you know what I'm saying? But it comes out like whatever the font is for the one is for the other.
Yeah. So basically I put my image on one side and a header and a bio somewhere else, and then they're just like kind of quick buttons. That's how I think of them personally. What,
Alrighty.
what are the grandkids' names?
The two that are here are Peyton and Ashanti.
Keaton and running amok. How old are
The,
they?
they're 2 and 9, and the 2-year-old wants to terrorize the 9-year-old from playing with her game.
Two is great.
Yeah, she waited till I got on the call to go, I need to go potty.
They're
I was
so
like, oh.
swift. Good work. All right. Ashanti, I see you. Go ahead, girl. All right. I'm gonna let you deal with the Tower of Terror. Arba. Yeah, me too.
I'm unmuted.
Hey, honey.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I just wanted to share on the question that was asked earlier, about, or not the question, the frustration about trying to get people to train people and get them to do. So I've been in training like since the 90s, and
No.
yes.
No.
Yes. And anyway, and it's always been, and I've been in some network marketing, affiliate marketing, or whichever, but most of my clients are non-network marketers, and they pay me for training that they do not do. Okay? Hear me on this. There are people who have their own business. They're trying to start their own business, something that they love, but they want to learn how to market it. And they pay for training, and they have assignments that I give them, and they come back, and I'm like, okay, let's go to the next step, but they haven't done that. I've worked for a digital marketing agency where people will pay for the agency to do their marketing, but there's certain information that we need in order to do effective marketing. They don't provide it. Okay. So you can't bang your head trying to help people if they're not willing to do it. So I'm saying that I know that in network marketing, many times you're thinking that, well, I'm trying to retain my person because they got into this because I told them about it. But I'm telling you, there's people that they get into their own business and they don't want to do what it takes to get to the next level. So all you can do is know that you're doing your best, that you present your best, you give your best. And what's the old saying? Or I get it wrong. My husband says, stop doing sayings. Something about a teacher and a student, the student will arrive and the teacher, something like whatever it is.
When the student is ready, the teacher will appear.
Thank you, because I always get them wrong. But all I want to say to all of you leaders, continue to be the best leader that you can be. And the people that are following you, they'll come along when they come along. But the thing is you don't want to take away your energy trying to drag them. And then you have people that are following and are doing it. And so, you're taking away from those that are really gathering, gleaning for those that you're trying to drag.
Yeah. I tell people, one of the funniest things in network marketing, I think it's hilarious, is we tell people to, treat their business like a business. And I think that is so fun. I'm like, y'all may never had a business. How do you know how to treat your business like a business? Treat it like a job. How about that? You would do way better if you treat your business like it was a job.
Like a job. Like a job.
Get off.
It's people who treat their business. I can tell you that's all I deal with is solo entrepreneurs in their own business. And I don't know, they treat it like a hobby.
Well, I think because most of them have never run a business before and they have a preconceived notion or perception of what people who own or run a business do, which is just funny to me. I'm like,
Mhm.
yeah, you're working way
They
harder.
want to be to the layback section before they get to the work section.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's way more work. You got to be crazy. Like it's way more work, but nobody wants to do the work. So, and when I started building my business and network marketing, that whole thing would always befuddling to me, and I would be like, okay, so we're going to treat it like a job. What hours do you have that you're going to work your job at? And that's how I kind of broke down the significance of like, okay, how many hours a week are you willing to work your job? How many hours a day are you willing to work that job? These are the things that you need to get done during your job and these hours. Can you make
So
sure
you
you get
feel
done
the
those things?
vibration.
So it was really important to me to tell people treat your business like a job and not like a business. I don't know, but I'm with you because woo, it's wild.
Yeah.
I ain't pulling you across this line. I got enough crap to be pulling.
Yeah. And one last thing I want to say about that is I got in a coaching program and I paid good money, good money to be in this coaching program with other people in this program. And the coach would give assignments and you'd come back the next week and you'd share on those assignments. And I can tell you how many people did not do those assignments and they paid the same money I paid. Being that you best believe I got everything she said to do, I did it, and I came back. And what else? Because I paid that money. But again,
The
I
greatest salesman in the world, right?
can't.
It's a story of Ogman. It is literally that story. It is so many people will start it, they will never ever finish it, and that's just life, right? Kevin, this is so funny. I have to read it out loud. It's so funny. Kevin says, "I've been retired for 45 years. I've never been so busy relaxing in my entire life." Yo, that's the best. Kim, yes, hello.
All I can say is, I guess this is a right call to say, like you always say, Coco, welcome to the people business. Um, but at the end of the day, we'll do it the New Jersey style, which is kind of more towards the Atlantic City style. You got to learn when to hold, you got to learn when to fold.
Yep, true.
No, but there's a fine line between leading them and babysitting them. There's a fine line. You should have it on automation. I mean, this is what Nowsite is all about. It should be 75% automated, 25% you come in and put a little touch on it. If you draw that line, this is when you start putting value on your time. How much is your time worth to you? Right? So there's only so much you can do. I mean, you can't say enough of the wrong things to the right person, and you can't say enough right things to the wrong person. Um, that you guys gonna hear that song all the time. But at the end of the day, it comes down to the five things that we learned, right? With Eric Worry. And one of those is learning how to master the assignment. And if you can't learn to master the assignment, you better apply for a daycare license because that's what's exactly what's gonna happen.
Um, I think
We have a fairly large organization, but we also have a fairly like we have a lot of people on this call right now. Meeting mentality is not even a problem for us. A lot of it starts with us. You can't ask someone to do something you're not willing to do yourself. Today, when I come to the trainings, I know I see Arba all the time, I see Blake all the time, and several of you. But I come for two reasons. There's never a bad meeting, number one. And number two, so that when I demand someone to come, I have the right to demand. And that's really the only two reasons why I come. And for 20 months, I think I don't miss a beat, right, Cheryl?
what when I was building in the field, I have
Still hold the record, number one in the waiting room.
yeah. Look, when I first had gotten started in this industry, I remember I did what they say, like ignorance on fire, just was recruiting, anybody I could get my hands on. You couldn't stop me. I was going to Rite Aid, get kicked out of Walmart, you name it. I was doing it. I didn't care about what anything or anybody thought ever, not for 1 second, whether it was on social media or in public, I was doing it. And I started to build this really large team that was growing and growing and growing and growing. And I was blessed to have an incredible upline, my very first go, who was really kind to me. And I remember him about 4 or 5 months in, it was like thousands of people now. Okay. So we're growing and growing. And I remember I started to do a lot of coaching and a lot of training and a lot of this and a lot of this and a lot of this and a lot of this. And I was like, I'm having such a hard time growing my business. I'm having such a hard time growing my business. And he was like, because you don't know how to stay in phase one of your business. And he knew how to talk to me, which was really important because I had heard him on training calls and I had heard him do a lot of things, but we became really great friends. When he asked people, he said, I'll offer you three-way calls all day long. And I was like, I will keep that. Are you sure? Because I will keep you busy. I mean, if somebody was in a parking lot, I'd be like, can you talk to this guy? Can you talk to, literally just keep in his face constantly until I thought I was too good and wanted to train and coach and get people started. Right. And I'll never forget that talk because he he's originally from Virginia. So he had that kind of very both, I'm just going to say it to you and you can deal with it later. Right. So it was very like, stay in phase one of your business. Stop holding the hand. Stop babying the people. Go, 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 go. They're either going to keep up or not. They have the resources. Go, 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 go. Go. Keep going and be a good example. Keep going and be a good example. Keep going and be a good example. And in that was so many lessons, so many flipping lessons of like, Cheryl, you didn't even come from, like, you didn't even know what you were doing. What do you, like, people will make any excuse, right? You figured it out. They can do the exact same thing. The resources are there for the people that want it. And it was always stay in phase one of your business. And that was this guy is in the Network Marketing Hall of Fame. So, I mean, like, it was, are you staying in phase one of your business? That's what you need to do. And I guess at the time, if he would have told me that network marketers jump up and down at 2 a.m. on their left foot in the east corner of their house, I would have never even asked him why. I would have just said, okay, 2 a.m., I'm hopping. How long do I need to hop for? So it was a really interesting thing of that balance of having a team and giving them the resources and understanding that you also have to be the leader and staying in phase one of that business. And it is trying to find that balance is a great problem to have. So if you're in it, embrace it, but always remember, right? The speed of the leader is the speed of the pack. Okay. Go ahead, Blakester.
Oh man, there's actually tons of things that I could echo. I didn't know that we were going to go this route with it today, but I've found tons of value from today. If I could add my 2 cents, I know that I put it up there in the comments. Maybe everybody didn't see it, but as a coach that's been literally teaching and training people since I was 16 years old, understand one thing: you have three different types of reps. You have your A reps, your B reps, and your C reps. Your job is just to help be there for your A reps and then take your C reps to B reps when they're ready to take action. And the same thing with your B reps to A reps when they're ready to take action. But you just have to be married to that process and then divorced from the outcome. That's all I got.
Amen. Amen. I'll say one last thing because it's my favorite post of all time. My favorite social media post of all time. Take it how you will. Some people are going to get very, very offended. I'm doing it anyway. Hanzo Dennis, if you don't know who he is very rare that he comes on social media. When he posts, he'll hit you in the throat. It's like, bam! and he'll wind up getting like 500 or so likes. Great network marketer, love the guy. But he said nobody asks more questions than the person who ain't going to buy crap. Nobody on your team asks more questions than the person who ain't going to do. And I'd be like, his name is Hanzo Dennis. It was a long time ago, and it is probably the only social media post I've ever memorized. It is stuck in my brain forever. I love it. I thought it was brilliant, and we've all probably experienced it. I was like, Hanzo is hilarious. I don't ever remember asking questions. I just remember going. No, don't know Jack. No offense to Jack. Yo. His name is like this. And I'm not even very close to Hanzo. I just know his style. Like I know him, I know who he is, stuff like that. But he is great. But man, he will every once in a blue moon, I gotta see something, hit you with the fire of 1,000 suns. Legendary. I'm raising my own hand at my own stuff. Anyway, I was trying to see if he had something. Here.
Next, Cheryl, if you'd like to speak.
What was that?
You're next.
I love you. Look, there's Hanzo. You gotta like this though. It's not for everybody. Please understand that. Like, I get he's not for everybody, but obviously he's for me. I think he's funny. Anyway, whatever. You should go check him out. Giving Hanzo all the love today. He's great. Look, I mean, he's wonderful, obviously. Anyway, there you go. Anything that we want to end it on? Tony has the greatest background because when Tony comes on camera, got like the cat like right here, and I love it. So it has. There you go. Good work. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. I'll get that link out to Saturday. We are all gonna thank Kevin for relaxing. Whew, what did he say? Hold on. He's like, I've never relaxed. Never been so busy relaxing in his entire life. Better get busy relaxing. And all of us, thank you so much for a wonderful, wonderful time hanging out with y'all. And I will see you when, everybody? Saturday, 12 Pacific, 3 Eastern, 2 Central. Yay! Love y'all. Thank you. Bye.